Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you how interaction works in Survival Game Kit. So to start off, I'm just going to create a blueprint and I'm just going to call it example. We're going to put that into our world here and open it up. And what I'm going to be doing is showing you how to add interaction to a blueprint so you can have that blueprint do whatever you need it to do when it's interacted with. I'm also going to show you, a lot of people have been asking how you'd have an inventory on an AI that you can then loot when it's dead. So I'll be showing you here how to do that. So to start with, we're going to go to class settings, implemented interfaces, and we're going to click add, and we're going to search for survival inventory interface, and we can compile that quickly. And we can go to our event graph now, and we can now do event interact, and we want this one here. And with that, so we've created this event. Now this event will be run whenever we press E on this blueprint when we're looking at it. It is important that your blueprint has collision. So I'm just going to create a cube for this example. And in your collision, you need to make sure that the visibility trace is always blocked here. So we can see that it's blocking it, so that's fine. If you don't have collision or you're not blocking this, then it won't be able to know the actor's there, so that's really important. Next, we can go back to our event graph, and we can just do a little example. So I'm just going to do a print string so we can see that it's working. So we'll just compile that, and we'll jump into here. We'll move that up a little bit, and we'll hit play. So now when we run over to this and we press E, you can see that that blueprint is now printing hello. So we can go back now. I'm just going to turn off the save system quickly because we don't want that running. So we can go back to our example blueprint now. So our interact is now working, but you notice we didn't have the HUD UI coming up. So we can do that in here. We can just go into, when we added the survival interface to our actor, we got all of these interface events. So we'll start with name. You can put whatever name you want here, or you can get a text variable. I'm just going to call this box. And action, we can go to here, and this is sort of what is your character doing to it, so we can just say interact. Is interactable, we want this ticked, so that will tell the HUD to show the UI. And then we've got input brush, so we're going to drag out from here. We'll do make brush, and we can drop this down. Now we can change this to 48 by 48. Sorry about the noise, there's some building work going on. 48 by 48, and we can do image, and we'll do E, and we might have to look for a few here. Let me take a look. Okay, we'll have to look at it in the content browser because it's not finding it there. So we can go to textures, UI, and we can see that's the name T_E_interact. So we can go back here, T_E_ here, and that's our E icon that will show up. And if you wanted other inputs, you could put that for whatever you want, like F or something else. Size is 48, and everything else looks good here. So we can go on to interact time. So this is if you want it so that you have to hold down E to interact with it, you would put in the time here and you would tick this. And then this one, interacting action text, is the text that it will change to when you're holding it down. So for example, the chest changes to searching or opening or something like that. So you can input that there if you want to. We're just going to keep ours as like an instant interact, so we can compile that and check that out, make sure it's all working. And you can see we've now got our UI, and if we press E, we've got our hello showing up. So next we're going to add some damage to this so we can kill it, and then once it's dead we'll be able to open its inventory. So back in our example, we're going to go to the event graph. We'll create a couple new variables. We'll call this health, and we'll just set it to integer, and we'll create dead, and we'll change this to a bool. So now we've got it in the survival inventory interface. We can also call the event damage, and we've got our damage event here. So from here we can just get the health, we can minus this. So we're taking the damage, we're subtracting it from the health, and then we can do a greater than or equal to 0, and if false, we'll do a branch statement. If false, we'll set dead to true. Sorry about that. And if true, we can set our health to that value, like that. And we'll do a print string here just to make sure it's working. Like this, and we'll do a second one here. And we'll set our health value, so we'll select health, we'll just set it to 100. So now we have our basic health system here. We can compile it, and we can just see and double check that it's all working. So I'll just go grab a rifle and some ammo, and we can shoot it, and we can see our health is going down. So it's 0 now. Okay, so one thing we do want to do is if that's greater than or equal to 0. Oh no, we want to change this to just greater than. My mistake. Like that. And we'll copy and paste the health as well, and we'll set it to 0 there, like that. So now once our box reaches 0 health, or if you were doing an AI, once it reaches 0 health, we're setting dead to true. Then we can allow the interaction to open up an inventory. So we can do if dead is true, then we will allow the interaction. So next we're going to add a storage component to our box. So we'll do storage component and compile it quickly. Select it again. And we can set some of the properties. So 5 inventory slots is fine. We'll use weight, that's all good. And we could add a starting item here if we wanted. Pretty sure apple is just apple with capital A. And we'll set the count to 1. And then we will get the storage inventory component, and we'll do we'll do interact, like that. Plug that into true, like that. So the player must be dead for us to be able to interact with the storage component that's on this box now. So we can try this out. So if we go over here, I'm pressing E now, but nothing's happening. So we'll have to go and kill it first. And we'll open our ammo, set our gun to auto. Okay, so now we can press E on it because he's technically dead, and we've got our storage box with our apple in, just like that. And we can't put stuff in, but I think I know why that is. So we'll go back to our example and go to our storage inventory component, and we'll untick use weight for now. That might be a little bug, but I'll look into that after the video. But you can see we can open it once our things dead. But one thing we do still have happening is our UI is still showing up to interact even though he's not dead. So what we'll do is in is interactable, we'll open that up and we'll get dead and we'll plug that in there, and that should hide the HUD until the box is dead. So we can run over and you can see we can't interact with it and there's no HUD, but as soon as we go and grab a gun and kill it, should show that up. Oop. And we'll put some ammo. We can open it, you can see our apple there, and take it out, and we've got our HUD showing up as well. So hopefully that helps a few people. I know a number of people were asking me how you would set up a storage component like this for an AI, for example. It'd be exactly the same as this, just obviously with an AI and not a box. But yeah, hopefully you find this helpful, guys. I will look into that bug about not being able to put the apple back in. Oh, I can now, but the max rate isn't working, but I'll fix that. Everything else is working fine, so we can still open and close our inventory. So that's about it, guys. Thank you for watching.